Guys, welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be looking at a pretty quick look at the Atlantic and see what's happening with 92L. And let me go and give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek. Look right here. What is that? Well, let's go ahead. Okay, first we're gonna start it with an IR loop of 92L, and we can see it looking pretty good. It was blowing up convection, but we can see maybe a little bit blowing up here, as we can see right there. And NHC, I think, has lowered its chance of forming. I don't know, but we're gonna go ahead and look at the water vapor of the general Atlantic. We're gonna see dry air here and 92L here, cut off low, jet stream, and the Central American gyre, I think. I don't know what that is, but you can see a little bit of spin there. But yeah, let's go ahead and look what the NSG expects of 92L. And we can see 60% chance of cyclone formation in the next 5 days, and 20% chance of cyclone formation with this disturbance. But this is 92L here, which has a more chance, and this is the other disturbance that NHC is watching. Now, let's go and look at the overall look of the Atlantic, and boom, we can see the whole Atlantic here. And here's 92L and its forecast cone, and here's the latest snapshot of the Atlantic satellite imagery. We can see cold front, and what's causing clouds for my area? I figured it out. It's this. We can see showers and thunderstorms here, here. And we can see 92L looking pretty good, and we can see the other disturbance in its cone here, right here. We can see a little bit of spin right there, and we can see a little bit of dry air, here. I don't know if that's just the sun, and just this here is a sign of dry air. These clouds here are a sign of dry air, especially this year. A big pocket of dry air that just came off of Africa and will likely be moving through the Atlantic. Now, let's go ahead and move on to the forecast models. Yep, the forecast models. And we can see, yeah, here's a sneak peek. Look at that. So we're going to go 24 hours at a time. I'm going to follow along with you guys. So first 24 hours, okay? Well, actually, we're going to go 18 hours at a time, I think. Okay. We can see right now 92L and the other disturbance. And let's go ahead and go another one out. And we can see, let's go ahead. Boom. Okay, and then we can see 92L not looking too bundled up yet, but we can see the other disturbance with this, which is either this one or this one. And let's go ahead and move it out another 18 hours. I think this is going in 18s. I don't know. But we are 66 hours out now, and we can see 92L is either right here or right there, and then the other disturbance is right here. So 92L is looking better than the other disturbance now, which is a good sign for 92L, but a bad sign for the other disturbance. And we can see forecast hour 90, we can see 92L here, and the other disturbance basically non-existent. And let's go ahead and move it out another 18 hours. Hour 114. That is definitely 18. 100%. Nah, just kidding. It's 14. I think it's 14 hours. Nah, it's more. I don't know. It's not a consistent hour. But we can see the Eastern Pacific still sparking up with these tropical disturbances coming off South America and going into the Eastern Pacific. And we can see a giant storm over there. And we can see another storm forming here, and then more waves coming off. And then 92L right here. Not looking too great. And then the other disturbance here. Now let's go ahead and move it out another 14 hours. Okay, 14 hours. Okay. Now we are looking at Eastern Pacific storm looking very nice. Nothing really in the Atlantic looking very nice except that, which is not looking very nice, but it's the best looking thing in the Atlantic, which is not 92 hours. That other disturbance that could be hitting Florida with some showers and maybe even a little low pressure system. Let's see what happens. Let's go ahead and go 162 hours out. And we can see 92L generally in this area kind of falling apart. I mean, 92L right here, and then the other disturbance generally in that area, causing some showers. And Eastern Pacific storm looking very nice over here, and will likely travel up here, looking very nice, very healthy. Now, let's go ahead and look at our 186. We can see nothing good except here where we can see the other disturbance that wasn't 92L, causing some showers for Cuba and maybe some showers for Florida as we get into the 200-hour range. And 210 hours, boom, then we can see, look, a little bundling up of energy off the very warm waters of Florida. And this could be causing a pretty nice wind gusts and showers for Florida, and we can see the storm in the Eastern Pacific, not as big as the last one, but we can see very healthy still, and will likely be a major hurricane if this does happen. I know we were going far out, but 234 hours out, and we can see the bundling up of energy that could be hitting the Florida Panhandle here, and the bundling up of energy will continue the bundle until it hits land because the waters are so warm. Not much wind shear and it's not very much dry air, and we can see it start to hit the Florida Panhandle here in the next 282 hours. It hits the Florida Panhandle, we can see here, and will likely go up this little cone I made. Now, let's go ahead and move it out to 282 hours. And boom, it's in Georgia now. But we can see a little tropical wave here that is moving through the Caribbean. And let's see what happens to that. And this may or may not be that storm in the Gulf we saw. This is very far out, but gives us something to watch, right? And we can see it right here in the Caribbean starting to bundle some energy here. You can see it pulling in some moisture there towards the low pressure center. And we'll see what happens. So 330 hours. And look at that. Bundle of energy hitting where Delta hit last year. And we'll go into the Gulf and will likely start strengthening very fast. Not much wind shear, not much dry air, very warm waters. I mean, this is the perfect area for a storm to develop at this time. And we can see, let's go ahead and boom. We can see 354 hours out. We can see it in the Gulf. And oh my, it looks very nice. Very promising for the storm. And we'll be hitting either Texas or Mexico. And as we go down here, let's go on, boom. As we go down here, 378 hours. And we can see a very strong storm here going towards Mexico or Texas. And if this does happen, this will be a very serious storm because it's going to be 987 millibars, I think, from I saw earlier. And boom, here's as far as it goes out. And look at that storm. We can see, and even if we zoom in, a little bit of an eye there forming. But it will most likely go here, go here. Most likely will hit Mexico. But we can see, well, anyway, it looks like a little bit of an eye. We can see a little bit lighter coloring at the center, which could be an eye forming. So let's go ahead and go to a quick ECMWF, 24 hours at a time, 48 hours, 72 hours, 96 hours. Let's go to 240 hours. You can see what happened to all these invests and what they're saying is 92 L's right here, and then the other one is just up here, and there's nothing that is a similarity to the GFS other than the little disturbance in the Caribbean and a tropical wave coming off Africa. So this could mean both models could be agreeing on a storm that could be forming in the Gulf of Mexico. We'll have to see in the next coming days. Well, that's it for today's video. I will see you